I'm David Kohn, and I'm the Bereavement Coordinator for Alabama Hospice Care in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm glad you're taking a few moments to spend some time with me considering one aspect of dealing with grief. Let me say at the outset that I realize that going to a grief support group is not something that necessarily would benefit everybody. If somebody invites you to a grief support group, that's a good thing to go to if you're comfortable with that. But today, what I want to do, instead of looking specifically at the idea of attending a grief support group, is to try to spend a little bit of time understanding what constitutes a support system. What would your support system look like? Who would be included in that support system? Parents, siblings, friends, a therapist, maybe some of your coworkers, even a pet. Would there be people in your support system that are actually now physically missing in your life? Yes, it could be somebody who died, but it could also be a dear friend that moved out of state, and they're nowhere close to you any longer. So you're not able to get together the way you used to. But they talk to you on the phone. They text you. Would you struggle to picture in your mind what a support system looks like? Well, generally speaking, in our minds, we compose a picture of who is included in our support system. Let's spend a few moments today to consider the who, what, when, and where, and why of support systems. First of all, let's take a few minutes to think about the who. A support system is a group of people who work together a lot of times to provide some type of emotional help or assist another member of the group within the system. This support is active with the member, especially during times of crises. When life is calm, the support system is seen to be a small group of people who can stand in the gap to help when needed. And you choose that time when you ask them to help you or to walk alongside you. Now, on one hand, we're at the center of our own support system, as well as being a member of other people's support group. That's a good thing. How about the what? Support may mean helping someone meet practical needs as well as offering emotional support. There are moments when just knowing we have people in our lives who are willing to be supportive may be enough help for us to make it through certain moments. Other times, it might mean we going out and spending time with those particular individuals who we feel are emotionally safe to spend time with. One of the consistent things grievers say is that they need from their supportive group to feel support that is shown to them through words and actions, that their support system will be present for them now and in the future. You know, typically right after a loss is experienced, people in our support system immediately want to reach out to us, want to be there. Even if they're uncomfortable because they're not sure what to say, they know that just spending time with you will be a helpful piece to your grief work that you're doing in the present. But sometimes it's also them recognizing when it might be a time for you to just have some solo time or time you spend alone. What I would encourage you to really think about is being very active in communicating with that support group of people that you know that have been helpful in the past and can help you. Let's consider the where. Where does your support system meet? Really, anywhere. Support comes in informal and formal ways. It could be getting together over a cup of coffee, or maybe a more structured form like seeing a therapist or going to a support group. Support may come in the form of a text or a phone call, an online chat room, or virtual platform like Zoom or Microsoft Teams. And let me introduce to you right at this time a website that's called whatsyourgrief.com. It's just all lowercase letters, it's all together. You just put in whatsyourgrief.com and go to that website. That is full of lots of interesting articles, videos, class offerings that are great, because the two founders of that support website, I'll call it that, know that going to a grief support group is not for everybody. So keep that in mind. So really, you can go anywhere for support. Let's now consider the when. Most of the time, online grief support is going to be offered. It doesn't end like it does when individuals stop bringing meals to your dwelling, and that usually happens within the second or third week. A hope may be for a few people who will continue to check in on us and whom we may reach out to on bad days and even years after the death. And thank God for those people. And sometimes it just might be one or two people who recognize you continue to need that support as you work through your grief. Now let's consider the why of support systems. A friend's support is imperative, and that is backed by research. It has many positive physical and mental health benefits. That's why cognitively recognizing, being mentally aware of who constitutes your support system is so crucial for you to spend some time considering. Most people feel their support system's lacking in some way. If that's the case for you, consider looking in your community for groups or organizations, professionals who may provide much needed support that you've been looking for. So we've spent around 9 minutes considering the who, what, where, when, and why of support systems. Now perhaps this would be a good time for you to get a piece of paper or use your phone and write down what comprises your support system. Maybe even challenge yourself to take a week to consider that aspect overall. It's like a gold mine when somebody becomes aware of the fact that they actually do have support in the crucial times that a person needs, and needs others to join them on that journey. That's why it's important to consider, to think about what constitutes your support system. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out today to join me. Next month, we'll look for another new posting on YouTube under the title AHC Grief Class. AHC Grief Class. Thank you for your valuable time. I hope something I've said today will be helpful to you. God bless you.